All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome everyone to our first ever virtual parent orientation. I'm Amanda Scott, Marketing and Special Projects Coordinator for the FSCJ Artist Series. We are so excited to bring Next Stop Broadway to your cast members in just a little over a week. Today, we will review the parent information we sent to your email earlier this week, introduce some of the staff, and then open the floor for questions following the presentation. A quick reminder that this session is being recorded. To start, the health and safety for everyone is our first priority. Masks are encouraged, but not required. We ask that you monitor the health of your cast member. If you see any cold or flu-like symptoms, please have them stay home and inform us of the situation. Now I'd like to introduce some of our staff. Joining me here today is Jackie Wallace, Marketing Assistant for the FSCJ Artist Series. Jackie is also the on-site coordinator for the week of the program and your contact for the week. Also joining us is Tony Parisi, producer and director of Next Stop Broadway, and Karen Stratting, company manager of Next Stop Broadway. At this time, I'd like to direct your attention to Tony for more specific information about the program, group assignments, and rehearsal attire. Tony,
all right.
take it away.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I find it's always very helpful for the parents to have their expectations sort of laid out so that you really know what our program is and what our goals are, so that you understand what we're trying to achieve in our 5 days. First of all, we are not a camp in any way. Is this a camp? It is a theater program. So that has a big differentiation in that it is cumulative, and we're not, it's not a drop-in fun summer thing. It's certainly fun, but it's intense. So the overview, the bullet points that were sent out, we are an authentic, fully immersive program for musical theater loving youth led by staff of Broadway professionals. So that just goes along with what I said. We are not a camp. We are an intensive, immersive musical theater program. If your cast member does not like singing, dancing, and acting, this is not the place for them, because we're going to be doing a lot of singing, dancing, and acting, and we're going to do it as Broadway professionals do. So it's an immersive experience. We focus on the ensemble, which is, of course, the backbone of any Broadway show. Now, the ensemble is where I spent my entire Broadway career. I loved being in the ensemble. The ensemble teaches you how to work together with a large group toward a common goal and to support everybody else and all the other performers that are on the stage. The ensemble also gives you a chance to create your own characters. So it's really a fun experience. So we're not looking for any future Broadway stars at all. Prior experience is not required, and there are no auditions. So I rewrite the selections so that there's interstitial dialogue between songs, and those lines of dialogue are distributed fairly evenly among the ensemble. We have 2 leading players who play the leading roles in the play, and they're there so that we have a story, so that we can wrap our ensemble around them and support them. But we designed the program for people who are theater lovers, but maybe haven't danced or haven't sung or haven't said lines before. We design it for success. Some of them may have a little harder time getting there, but we absolutely will get them there for Friday night. But they have to understand that it is a process. It is not instant. It's not like this Zoom meeting where you click a button and here you are. You have to work at it, and you have to do your homework. So on Monday, participants sign a contract, which is not legally binding, but lays out what is expected of each cast member. So we do a contract because we want to give them the authentic experience of Broadway. And on Broadway, it's the real deal. You have to sign a contract. And it says what the producer will supply, and it says what you will do in exchange and for your salary, basically. So I wanted to teach the kids about the aspect that this is an actual job. It's not just something that we as performers, we show up on Broadway and we just turn up at a theater and start singing and dancing. There are contracts to be signed. Then after a brief orientation, work begins as cast members are given their places for the opening number of Friday's opening night performance. So immediately, right away, with the Monday morning cast members, right after we sign the contract, immediately we go into work and they learn what their positions are for Friday's opening night performance. So if they're late on Monday, if we don't get there on time on Monday, we miss out on our positions. Each and every day builds on the day before, as the call sheets or schedule dictates. So our schedule, what we call them on Broadway, is call sheets. So it's just like the schedule of rehearsals for the next day. So it's pretty intensive. We really work from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. solid. There's a snack break and there are lunch breaks, and we take 10, but we're working that entire time, and each day builds on the day before. So this is important that nobody misses anything. The program is cumulative and requires 100% participation from 100% of the participants. So we're all in this together. The staff works 100%, and we require each cast member or ensemble member to give as much as their neighbor for the entire time. And it's exhausting, but it's a lot of fun and very, very rewarding on Friday. Daily activities include warm-up, rehearsals for vocal and choreography, lunch, snack breaks, and smaller group rehearsals for the box office previews. So while our staff is teaching a lot of material, we give smaller groups the opportunity to create their own presentations, and we call them the box office previews. Those are little previews of upcoming shows from the Artist Series Broadway series in Jacksonville for next season. So this gives the kids an opportunity to learn about the season that's coming, to learn about maybe new modern shows on Broadway, and to create their own little marketing mini musical that will entice you to buy your tickets for the next season. On Wednesday, a professional photographer comes to give headshots, to take headshots. Now we used to do our headshots with our t-shirts, the Next Stop Broadway t-shirts, but we realized that some of the cast members are very serious about the work that we're doing and that they want to pursue this as a career. So this will be the opportunity for them to change out of their t-shirts and get a professional headshot done. Wednesday is also about the edutainment, which allows them to learn about featured composer and lyrics for the week, which is Gershwin this year. And this edutainment section, we pull clips from Broadway shows that are relevant to the material that the cast member is learning for the week. And it's informative, educational, and a really fun part of the week. So I think I was into group assignments as well, was my direction. So we have 52 cast members now. They are divided into 2 groups, and the groups are by age and gender identification. So that's how we split it up. And you'll be able to find out which group your cast member is in through that link. And I think that's all for me for now.
Right. Thank you, Tony. Now I'd like to turn your attention to Jackie to hear about rehearsal attire, food options, and sign in and sign out.
Hi, good morning, everybody. About the rehearsal attire, so like Tony said, mentioned the shirts. Each cast member will get 2 Next Stop Broadway shirts. The Monday when they come in when you do sign in, they'll be given their cast member books, their name tags, and their 2 shirts. We are providing bags this year for them to carry their cast member books and things like that. So that will be nice for them to wear. And if you could please have them wear black pants, basically anything comfortable that they can dance in. Same with shoes, comfortable shoes, anything that they can move around in. And if they do want to wear shorts because it is hot, I get that. Just make sure that they're school appropriate.
But it is cold in the theater, just so you know.
True. Theaters are usually always cold. So yeah, just make sure they're comfortable. And the morning on Monday, just have them wear something that they can either wear the t-shirts over that's appropriate, or we do have the option of they can go into the bathroom and change into their shirts that morning as well. So let them know they're prepared for that. Let's see. Oh, the uniform, this will go more into detail with the costumes. But this uniform, it also serves as a costume for the opening and closing numbers for the opening night performance. So what they're wearing through the week is what they'll wear for the beginning and the end, and then in the middle they'll get their chance to wear their fun stuff. Let's see, as far as food goes, every cast member is given 1 bottle of water a day that they can refill throughout the day, and we're going to try to label those as best we can so there's not a lot of losing them or misplacing them. Lunch is provided, but breakfast, however, is not. So make sure that they come at least with something on their stomachs in the morning. They'll have lunch, which is provided by Anthony's Catering. This is not going to be boxed this year like last year. It's going to be served, so it'll be nice. And also they'll be getting a snack once in the day as well. So that'll keep their energy going and everything like that. Let's see, as far as sign-in goes, and Monday through Friday, the doors promptly open every morning at 8:30. And the sign-in takes place in the lobby. So as soon as you walk in, we'll have the sign-in sheets. We'll have basically the groups will be, so group A1, A2, so they'll be able to go to their group, sign in. And we would like to have at least a parent, unless you're a parent, walk in, sign them in, and then they can go on their way.
Actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to jump in. They can sign themselves in. We don't need parents to sign them in as long as a parent sees them go into the lobby.
Okay. So as long as they walk up to the door, then they can come in.
This can be a drop-off situation, and cast member can sign themselves in.
And they need to arrive between 8:30 and 8:55 because warm-ups do start promptly at 9. So everybody could get there. We're not going to do any really super early sign-in requests. So like we said, if we can have them in between that time, so they're in there and they're getting ready and settled. Sign out is different Monday through Thursday. It begins at 5 o'clock in the lunchroom. So where they're eating lunch is where an authorized parent or guardian will come in and sign them out. They'll be responsible for signing them out. It'll be the person who was dictated on your application, unless you have given the cast member permission to sign themselves out, which we know who that is. So we'll be able to tell that. If you would like to change at any time and say you're comfortable with your cast member signing themselves out, you could send the request through the Next Stop Broadway email, which is nextstopbroadway@fscjartistseries.org, and just put in permission to self-sign out, and then we will change it on our side. Let's see. We're not responsible for any members outside of the Next Stop Broadway hours. If there are any issues with sickness or traffic or the weather, just call me. My number's on the parent info, and just let me know. So then I can let everybody else know what's happening with your cast member and if they're going to be late or anything like that. Now, sign out on Friday is a little different than sign out Monday through Thursday. This is strictly for after the opening night performance. Since we do expect a large crowd in the lobby, following the performance, for the safety of your cast members, we'll have the standard sign out procedure immediately following the performance in the lunchroom. So make sure before you come out to the lobby and everybody, your cast member meets family and friends that are there, we would like you to meet them in the lunchroom, sign them out, and then they can go join everybody for the cast party in the lobby. So that way we know everybody's signed out and everybody's good to go and accounted for. And we'd prefer just the one parent that's been signing them out to come do the same thing on Friday. So try not to engage too much with anybody until you've signed out your cast member, and then you guys can enjoy yourselves and meet everybody that got to see the show. And I think that's it, unless Tony, you have anything to add to the sign out or anything like that?
No, we're gonna make it pretty impossible for the crowd to get to the lunchroom. We're gonna make sure that the kids will be walked in together as a group into the lunchroom on Friday.
So if you are the authorized parent, if you want to maybe start gathering or come to the lunchroom, and then we can kind of do a quick little ushering in, sign out, okay, here we go, and then you guys can go and enjoy yourselves in the lobby. So
all right, thank you. Now I'd like to turn your attention to Karen to talk about photo call, costumes, and opening night.
Well, welcome everybody. We're excited to get started next week with your children, our cast members. So the photo call on Wednesday, our professional photographer, Fleming, will take headshots of each cast member. For their headshot, they're allowed to bring in a top of their choice. And you can send that in the morning with them. They'll hang it in their dressing room. And when it's time for their headshot, they will change into their special shirt, blouse, top. After the program, the headshots will be available through a Dropbox link that will be emailed to the address that you provided on your application. So, and please allow up to 4 weeks for editing that. To address the costumes, first and foremost, we do not want you to spend any money on these costumes. It should be fun and creative for the cast members. These costumes should be comfortable and easy to dance in, with no chance of a malfunction. The cast members who would be wearing skirts need to wear shorts under them. Their shoes have to be danceable, dance shoes, whatever it might require. And if you only have sneakers, sneakers are absolutely fine. They're good to dance in. It works for us. No sandals, no open-toed shoes. That's a danger. And also try to avoid anything with a logo on it or words or images. Try to get something plain. Costumes should be brought to the venue on Friday morning, but the shoes that they're actually going to wear should be worn in rehearsal every day, so they're used to them. So Crazy for You is set in the 1930s, and the show is divided into 2 groups. Group A is the Zangler Lovelies. So Group A is going to be dressed in pastel colors with tops and full skirts, full long skirts that they can swish in, okay, as the choreography will dictate. light and airy. Group B are the town folk. Those are earth tones and denim. Jeans, overalls, shirts, blouses, skirts, t-shirts. The town folk live in Dead Rock, Nevada. So think cowboys and rustic Southwesterners. The feel should be very earthly and unsophisticated. Moving on to opening night. Even though the program stresses the process of putting on a Broadway show, it culminates, our program ends with our opening night celebration. This year's show features selections from Gershwin's Crazy for You, as Tony mentioned, and the cast members, as well as those selections, they'll be performing an opening and a grand finale. To showcase their own creativity, they will be creating the box office previews on their own, which will be selections from the artist series upcoming season. So you get a preview of those. The curtain will rise on opening night at 5 p.m. on Friday at the Wilson Center for the Arts on their South Campus, right, where rehearsals are held. The doors will open between 4:30 and 4:45. And as you have heard, a cast party will immediately follow the performance at about 6 p.m. If you would like to bring your cast member flowers or something for their performance, you're going to have to hold them in your seat. And also, there are no balloons or strollers that are allowed in the theater. So I hope that covers it all.
Thanks, Karen. And now to wrap things up, let's hear about tickets and drop off and pickup procedures. Jackie?
Alrighty. So this year we decided we were going to go paperless with the tickets. So we are using, I don't know if anybody, some people are familiar or not, but it's called Eventbrite, and the link is in the parent bio, and it takes you to the Eventbrite event, and you should be able to sign up for no more than 8 tickets per your cast member. So this year we decided to up it, instead of the 4 or 5, whatever it's been, it's now 8. So that way everybody gets to come and see everybody. You can print your tickets out at home and bring the paper if you would like, or there is the option of the QR code on your phone. So, because somebody will be there to scan them. So if you would like to print them out and bring it, if you would rather have paper, great. If you'd rather just bring your cell phone and pull it up on your phone when you walk in, even better. So if you have any questions, let me know, email. And if you need anybody in your party needs ADA seating, if you could please let me know by the 10th. That way we can make sure that they are accommodated properly and that those seats are reserved for them. And if you have any problems with the link at all and it's not working, like I said, please call me, email me, whatever you need to do, and I can help you navigate it. I can even maybe register you for them and send you the confirmation just to make sure that you get them. So don't be scared to reach out when something like that happens. Now, as far as the drop off and pick up procedures, you should have all hopefully seen the diagram. So this is the diagram of the Wilson Center's parking lot and everything. Just a general note, the below does not apply for Friday. So all of the green and blue does not apply for Friday signing out, because that'll be in the conference room. Everybody will already be in the Wilson Center, so you don't have to worry about that. But please do not park in the circle in front of the Wilson Center, obviously for the performance. We have the parking lot and everything for that. For the drop off, you'll see, this is from Beach Boulevard. You'll follow the blue arrow all the way straight down. And then basically just like a school line, gonna come into the circle, let your kid hop out. Some will have staff there to let them in. They come into the lobby, they sign in, you kind of just turn around and head back out. There's a grassy area to the right. If you could please not let them out there. Try to come in and let them out directly in front of the lobby. That'd be great. Stay in your car. You don't need to get out. Like I said, somebody can be there, or they can, hop out themselves. As far as pickup goes, as you can see here, it's a little different. You follow it, you take that the stop sign, you take that left, and then you take that first right into the parking lot. And if they're self sign out, they can meet you over in the crosswalk or walk to your car. If you have to sign them out, then you need to park, come into the Wilson Center, sign them out, and then take them out yourselves. So there's not going to be any in the circle thing. We don't want anybody parking in the circle to come in and sign their child out. And just remember that for drop off, especially too, the line can get long. Just like I'm sure most you guys know with school car lines, sometimes it gets a little backed up. So just keep that in mind when you're coming to drop off your cast member. And also, if there's any kind of weather, heavy rains or anything, obviously we will let you guys, we'll be out there, hopefully maybe with umbrellas, just trying to help out as best we can to keep everybody safe and dry like that. So if you have any concerns about that, like I said, just please let me know. And I think that's pretty much the gist of the parent info. So I'm going to turn it back over to Amanda, and I think we're going to do a little Q&A. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we'll open it up now for some questions. If you have a question, you can raise your hand. And if you're not familiar with that, down at the bottom, there's a little icon that says reactions. You can raise your hand and you can then unmute yourself, ask your question, or you can put a question into the chat. So we have one question already, and I believe this will be directed towards Tony and Karen. Would jazz shoes work?
They would definitely work, very
Yes.
much so. Yes.
Yes.
Any other questions?
sure everybody unmutes themselves.
Maybe
I have a
Go
quick
ahead.
question. For the costumes on Friday, do they need to bring them in during the week before or just on Friday?
just on Friday is when they should arrive to the theater, and they don't wear them in. This is important because we have a full day of
Right.
rehearsal. So they bring them in on Friday morning. If they have questions, during the week, like if they're saying, well, I don't know if this shirt or that shirt, either take a picture and show it to our choreographer is Sue Delano, and who was there last year, and our musical director is Cassandra Marsh. So they can say, I took a picture of these two shirts, which one would you prefer? So as easy as that.
Got it. Thank you.
I'm seeing some people in the chat have some questions. There's no virtual link, I don't believe, correct, of the show. So unfortunately, that's not going to be recorded or anything. As far as hairstyle goes, the headshots, they only have 15 minutes to change. So it's not going to leave a lot of time if, like, say they want to do something crazy or anything like that. So have them maybe come, like, if they want to have their hair down, or if it's easier for them, if they can get ready quick, that's great, but they only have 15 minutes. So there's no specific hairstyles or anything. It's just whatever they feel comfortable with and want,
They should
have in
show
their
up in the morning
The
for that hairstyle.
Yeah, as best you can, obviously, because you're gonna be dancing, but and then let's see.
And the second part of that question too was if there's any specific hairstyles for the performance.
Yeah.
Just off the face, pulled back, they can get creative. I always find it a great opportunity to do some research and see what Broadway chorus girls looked like in the 1930s. Get out some, do some research, Google that. They might want to play with hair, but the most important thing is to keep it away from their face and so that it's not distracting.
And then we also have another one about food allergies. So we do know which children have them. As far as the snacks go, I will definitely try to check what snacks I order, and I will let you know if there's any kind of stuff that the sunflower, I know I've seen this one before, in the chips. And if so, if there's maybe something that they prefer that we can do, we usually, I don't think we're doing chips, like anything like that, but I will definitely check the ingredients for you and let her know what she can eat and make sure she has a good option. Because we're also going to have apples and bananas and things like that as well for snack, for them to grab. So, but I will, I'll keep a watch out for her and make sure that she knows that what she can eat and what she can't, if that's okay. And as far as lunch goes, they know the allergies, they got sent that, so I'm pretty sure most things are conducive to those allergies. And if not, there are going to be, I'm sure, you know, salads. And also, if you are really concerned, if you would like, you can always have your child bring their lunch with them. If you know, sometimes that's a safer option just in case. So if that's easier, then they're more than welcome to do that as well. So, because we want to make sure everybody's good and safe. So, and also somebody asked about recommendations for shirts and tops for the headshots.
Yes, for the
Yeah.
headshots. And Karen, we can bounce back and forth. A professional headshot is about your face and your personality showing through. The shirt should be, I think, plain as can be. You know, like actually Jackie and Amanda and Karen and I are all in perfect shirts and tops for a professional headshot.
That's right.
You know, it shows that we have clothes on, but it's not about the clothes, you know, so it's not like crazy patterns or wild lace and frills. And, you know, the headshot should serve as, oh, that's what this person looks like, you know, and you want to be able to walk into the room looking like your headshot. So it should be very, I think, plain. What do you think, Karen?
Yes, I completely agree. I was going to use the same thing, what we look like today. You know, there's no writing, there's no, you know, stripes and checks and plaids and
Puffy sleeves.
plain. Yeah, yeah. Yes.
So another question we just had in the chat was, yes, the group assignments are actually in the parent info packet where it says group assignments. There's a link that's blue that says group assignments. You can click on that and you will find your child's name in either group A or group B. So if you can't get into the link, please let me know and I can always send you a copy of it or anything like that. So just email me and I can email a copy of it for you to have. So everybody knows. And also, will the cast member be using stage makeup for the performance?
We will allow, you know, especially those cast members who have some experience with makeup, we'll allow them for the prep for the show, their half hour, to put on some makeup if they want. They will have dressing rooms and mirrors, but the lighting is very basic because, as I said at the beginning, this program is about the process and much less about the product at the end. So we're not going for the product, we're going for the experience of putting on the show. But of course, you can't have that experience without there actually being a show at the end. So it's a non-stress situation. We will allow it, absolutely, but we're not going to do a session about makeup. Karen, did you want to?
Right. Also, we are aware of some of the allergies that you made us aware of. So they probably shouldn't, they wouldn't share makeup, but we do not apply anything to them.
Any other questions?
Good.
That's great. If you do think of anything, please just email us, call us. We are here to answer any questions you may have. And we are so excited to see everyone June 13th.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to stress one more time just before I let everybody go, because I haven't really been looking in faces of parents. Just
I have a
to,
question.
good,
Great.
yes.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. I just had a question. I was trying to figure out the mute.
Yeah.
I'm dropping off a cast member who's not my kid and picking her up in the afternoon. So does she just need to be able to sign herself out, or what do you recommend in that situation?
That, if you're on the application as somebody that can do that, it's fine. If they would rather, the parent would rather themselves sign out, then just let me know if they haven't already. If they can just let me know so we know. But if you're on the application as a eligible person, then it shouldn't be a problem if you want to sign them out as well. So
Yeah, I would just double check.
Okay, well, I'm just for
with
my,
that parent. If you can double check with that parent.
I'm
to
just
see-
for my daughter. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I was just saying, if you could just double check with that parent of the child that you will be dropping off to make sure that they listed you as a authorized person to sign them out, or if they're self-signing out.
Okay, thank you.
So I just to go back to what I was saying before, just to make you understand what an intense week this is. The importance of being there every day, being there on time and being there throughout the day. If anything comes up, obviously, if it's an emergency or, something not good is happening, that's a different thing. But if there are, the dental checkup on Thursday morning, you would really want to change that to the next week if you can. It's so intense that 1 hour session that the cast member misses is enormous. And if you are one of those parents who say, well, but my kid can catch up and my kid is really quick, well, we're trying to instill in them the importance of the ensemble and being there for each other. So if your kid is really great and can catch up, probably there are other cast members who need your kid there to follow or to be next to. So it's a really important thing. And for you all to be participants in this week to help them get through, because not to scare anybody, but pretty much we get some tears on Tuesday night and Thursday night. And the tears are, Monday is like all new and all exciting and all fun and all wonderful and it's all great and they're exhausted. And then Tuesday begins the intense work. And so by the end of Tuesday, they all realize what they have to do to make this happen on Friday. And it can be very overwhelming for some. But if you just help them get through it and encourage them and get them back there on Wednesday, Wednesday is designed to give them more information, but then they get that break of the headshots and the edutainment. So that re-energizes them. But Thursday, we're back to work again, and we finish up the entire show on Thursday. And then for some kids, that Friday performance looming over their heads is, again, another little moment in time that you might have to encourage them through. So it takes the parental participation as well. And Karen, you can.
And yes, and a lot of water and rest and sleep and going over what they learned. So you may need to monitor what's happening after rehearsal. Oh, we're having a huge pool party. That exhausts them for the next day. They don't realize it because it's all fun, but we notice if they're really tired, oh boy, they feel it the next day. So just try to, as Tony said, you're an active participant in this. Help them, you can help them with lines and lyrics and, when they finish their rehearsal, because they have to prepare for the next day. Yeah.
And just one other question here about the group assignments. The group assignments link is in the parent info that was emailed out. If for some reason you don't see that in your email, send an email to us at nextstopbroadway@fscjartistseries.org, or you can call us and we can get that information to you. All right. Any other questions? Again, if you do think of anything, just let us know, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
You. Bye.